because your mind is just this powerful machine that is, whatever you set it to and you believe and you work towards achieving it, you can do it. You can do it. And I believe I can be a Super Saiyan. So this is my first time exposing this side of me to the world. And I know a lot of y'all laughing, but people who really, that are on my level of intellect, they understand what I'm saying, and thank y'all for understanding. And, I'm going to attempt to go Super Saiyan on film, and I'm going to upload it to YouTube. This is my first attempt. Now I'm believing, and I'm going to create that energy and channel through my mind. Now, I might not turn full Super Saiyan. I might turn full Super Saiyan, or you might just see a glimpse of it, of that power. But, this is my first attempt. I'm gonna turn the music on. Super Saiyan 3 Goku theme. My name is Jalen, and I am a Super Saiyan.
Now, this is the type of stuff I love, ladies and gentlemen. Steel leg is stored in the stream. Pardon the replay, DJ. Pardon the replay. Now, that's what I like to do, ladies and gentlemen, is start the stream off right. And my boy Steel leg hit me with the 16 months membership. So you know what I'm gonna do. Hit that membership thing song, my guy.
You got the touch. You got the power.
Yeah! Still Leg History member for 16 months. Look, now I'm inviting all memberships in, but Still Leg is the king right now with the Fatal J memberships. I'm just saying, the Fatal J Birds is official. You know what I mean? Now let's check this out right here, and then I'm going to bring in the people. Shout out to the Majinai. I can never thank you all for all your kindness and support. My next fake leg appointment is on the 5th. I just hit 670 subs. Well, black folks, we say 670 of them things. Again, thank you. You all be blessed. Thank you so much, Still Leg, man. Continue on your journey, my brother, man. You're doing a really good job. Let me introduce, I don't even want to call him a guest. You know what I mean? What you call somebody that always come at your house all the time, you know, they eat up all your snacks and all that type of stuff, and you don't mind it, man. You know what I mean? Because they just like family. Well, my man, my friend, Jill Monger.
Yup. Say, Steel Leg, were you on TLC a week ago on Friday? Because they gave, there's a dude in the crowd who gave his artificial prosthetic leg to one of the wrestlers, and they used it in the match. That was Steel Leg.
And he was hitting people with it?
Oh, yeah.
I've seen that before, though. That's not new. I've seen that before. They take off people. I'm talking about in the past. I'm serious because I'm a wrestler fan like you. I don't see people take off arms and hit people with it, legs. It's what they do. Crutches. Yeah. There's no holds bar when it comes to wrestling, you know?
Not in a TLC match, yeah.
Chill Mugger, how you living? How is YouTube treating you? Speak on it.
The thumbs down. How is YouTube treating me? No, it's not the positive answer you want, but it's the honest answer. I'm doing all right, though. Personally, I'm doing okay.
Michael Jackson said the best. They don't even care about us.
Nope, they don't, bro. They don't. I'm in the middle of a live stream earlier today. People are telling me, "Oh, we didn't even get a notification."
Man, okay. I just got off a strike, so we're gonna see if things are a tad bit different. I highly doubt it, but we're gonna see if things are a tad bit different. And in the back, we got a man out there that everybody on Pornhub knows. Excuse me, I didn't mean to say that. Demajina, what up, man?
Exactly.
Did you just try to play me out and say something about Pornhub and me in the same sentence?
No, sir. I didn't.
Did I hear that correct?
I didn't say that.
Pizza Hut. He said.
I didn't say
that. You got a lot of nerve, buddy.
All right, man. I'm sorry.
Just because I'm a cultured man, a man of science, okay, doesn't mean I'm some kind of gooner. Okay, I'm not some kind of gooner, right?
Okay. I believe that. Now, D, this is the thing about it. Everything is going to be perfect if you turn that mic volume down just a little bit. You do that, you're going to be spot on, my brother. You know? But while you do that, let me shout out some people in the chat. We got AAA up in here. What up, AAA? We got Still Leg History, of course. We got my boy Derby Entertainment up in here. What up, Derby? We got my boy Kai. When you see all those intros in the beginning of this stream, that's Kai. Get at my guy. Kai, you keep doing those for me for free, but you charge them other freakers. You know what I'm saying? We got Brother Man up in here. What up, Brother Man? We got A2D2, one of the best moderators known to man. We got Hunter Iggy up in here. What up, Hunter Iggy? And I think I got everybody so far. Everybody's still coming in. We got Sandro up in here. What up, Sandro? The Majina has principles. Hey, that's the Lord Commander. What can I say? We got Lawrence Arnoli up in here. I remember you. Glad you're here. You guys stick around. We're going to be talking about sinners. We're going to break that all the way down. You guys stick around. We're going to be talking about Superman and a strange plot leak that's going on. We're going to be talking about Thunderbolts. It's tracked to be the worst box office performance like Eternals. That's not me saying that. That's what the trades are saying. And then we're going to do some more news out there, trailers to watch. You guys seen that Predator, that new Predator trailer?
It was all right.
Look pretty good. Now, let's get to it. I'm going to read something, and you guys give me your thoughts about this. This is the Sinners.
Oh,
I'm going to read it out.
That sounded like a setup to one of your jokes. I'm going to read something, and I'm about to see people in Walmart who are not dressed very well. Okay.
No, I'm not doing that tonight, man. I'm trying to get straight into the top. I might do that after the commercial breaks, but man, because this film right here, man, and you know, when it come to me and you chill, we hardcore recast T'Challa. So I want to know your thoughts about this.
We had to go. I had to go support this Sinners movie. Yeah, put this up there. They gave you a little IMAX 70, like I was there type of poster after we see that movie.
Oh, you hit the IMAX joint up?
Oh yeah, the one of only 10 theaters in the world that have the perforations.
Okay, because I'm hitting up the IMAX to see Superman. But how was the IMAX with Sinners? Fantastic?
Yeah, to be honest, IMAX is so overrated. Yeah, I noticed the difference, but like, you know, if a movie's good or bad, how much ratio you get.
Dang, you just cut smooth off. Badlands or Killer of Killers, which Predator since they both coming out? We're going to talk about it on the show. Don't worry. The Badlands, the animated one.
You want to hear a fun fact?
Yeah, speak on it, D.
You want to hear a fun fact? Never been to IMAX.
Bro, you missing an experience though.
No, but if a movie's good, a movie's good.
I don't even know where there's one at around me. Honestly, to be true, to be fair, I don't know where there's one around me.
All right, now let's be quiet for a second, and I'm gonna read this. You guys tell me where to stop. I like to read Wikipedia because they give you a synopsis of what the movie is about. Ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't seen this movie, this is big time spoilers. But you should have already seen it by now. So I don't want you to leave, because I want you to continue smashing that like button. Because if you came in here and if you didn't smash that like button, then I'm going to put the Majinite cousin on screen like that. And you don't want me to do that. So smash that like button, put the stream on mute, and this is how it's going to go. Now, you guys tell me when to stop. D, I know you just seen it this week. This is the plot. In 1932, identical twins and World War I veterans Smoke and Stack returned to Clarksville, Mississippi. After years spent working for the Chicago outfit, using money stolen from gangsters, they purchased a sawmill from racist landowner Hogwood to start a juke joint for the local black community. Their cousin Sammy, an aspiring guitarist, joins them despite opposition from his pastor father Jedediah, who warns that blues music is supernatural. You guys want me to stop? Yo, y'all want to speak on it?
No, keep going.
How did y'all feel about Smoke and Stack? Did y'all like that dynamic?
Yeah.
I will tell you this. That is how you have one person play two people. Unlike Arcolite. That's how you're supposed to have it.
Bro,
you know,
Michael B.
That's how you're supposed to do
killed that. He killed that joint, bro.
That I literally felt like I was watching two different people. You know what I'm saying? He did a good job of doing that.
The beginning of the
That's
movie,
how you're supposed to do it.
When you saw them handing that cigarette to each other, that was like, "Oh, this is gonna be cool." And then you know what happens in the beginning of the movie. They go their separate ways. He goes off to the train station. And Stack is collecting the blues player. Stack is collecting cornbread, and then you see Smoke, who's with Annie.
Yeah.
And so they, for an hour of the movie, it didn't matter that they were twins because they were in separate places.
Yeah, and you know what? When you watched that Breakfast Club interview, he said he wanted to do that. He wanted to start them off together where they were similar, and then when he spread them apart, because they was apart for a while before they went back to the club. He wanted you to see the difference in between the two. Now, I'm special. I'm a unique person. I'm talking about short bus unique. And it took me a while to know who was who, because their personalities started changing when they spread apart. Did y'all have an easy time following the two?
Yeah. And then one wore blue, one wore red. I know who each were.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's continue. Vader J is short bus unique. The twins recruit other staff, pianist Delta Slim and singer Perlene, with whom Sammy becomes enamored. As performers Smokes estranged wife Annie as cook. Now, if y'all don't know who Annie is, that's the same chick that was in the Loki show. She was a part of the TVA. Local Chinese shopkeepers gracing Bo as suppliers and field worker Cornbread, that's the big dude that was in A Mob, as the bouncer. Meanwhile, Stack reconnects with his ex-girlfriend Mary, who passes for white. And see, I didn't know that she was I thought she was white. Mary resents Stack. Okay, Mary resents Stack. Yeah, Mary resents Stack for abandoning her when she left for Chicago. Smoke and Annie argue over her belief in the occult, as Annie insists her practices kept the twins safe, but Smoke bitterly reminds her that her infant daughter still died. Elsewhere, Irish immigrant vampire Remick flees from Chata vampire hunters and violently turns a Merry Clansman couple into vampires. Do y'all want me to stop right there?
Yeah. So
okay,
finally we get to mention some vampires. I don't watch much horror movies, but I know that horror movies don't always start with the jump scare. They don't always start with vampires and everything. They actually, slow things down to teach you who everyone is. But this was longer than that. This was like, no, this is a regular old movie. Vampires will be like the surprising twists, Like vampires were not in it for too long.
But I can tell you never seen the movie Dusk Till Dawn. Have you seen Dusk Till Dawn?
No.
Okay, it was set up that same way, where it was a totally different movie, the first half, and then when they made it to Mexico, it turned into a vampire movie. So I've seen this before. D, have you seen Dusk Till Dawn?
Yeah, a long time ago.
Do we want to see the scene from Dusk? D, do you want to see the scene from Dusk Till Dawn that'll make Chillmugger want to watch it?
Oh, you talking about with Selma Hayek?
Yeah. Do you? When I show, we
I see the scene. I know the scene. Yeah,
bro, that's the scene about. That's the scene about.
Yeah.
You saw when she put the liquor down her foot and old boy drunk it.
That dude had a foot fetish for real.
Well, D, you would have drunk it too. Don't lie. Don't lie.
Who said? Why you gotta put me on blast? Why you gotta put my business on the street, bro?
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you.
Fade be trying to play me out.
Yeah, that's back to that website he was mentioning with you, Debauchery.
All right, let's get to it. Hey, this is the only thing. I wanted to see more of the Chata. And I don't want to say Indian, excuse me.
You can say you gotta pass over here. You can pass over here. I don't care.
I wanted to see the Native Americans in this joint, though. And we got Lorena Creole in the back.
Hey, everyone.
Hey there.
Hello.
Hey
we just going over the plotter centers. Yeah. Let me continue. At the Jukes opening night, Sammy Music is transcendent, unknowingly summoning spirits of both past and future to join the interest crowd. The performance draws Remick attention and he rides with his minions, offering money and music for entry. Suspicious, the twins hesitate and the vampires retreat, reminding the twins that the boy needs the income. Mary meets Remick outside, but it's turned. She returns inside where she seduces Stack and bites him. Smoke shoots her, but she is unharmed by regular bullets and escapes and Stack dies. Cornbread is attacked by Remick and turned as well. What did you guys think about that scene where they was playing the music, everybody jamming hard, and then all of a sudden we start seeing hip hop, blues. What did y'all think about that scene?
I thought Ryan Coogler.
Yep, and I knew what he was going for.
What was he going for? Break it down.
We invented this genre, we invented that genre, and we're part of that genre, and music can unite. And the no matter what period of time you're in, this song stuff. You ready?
Yeah. I got you. I'm just messing with stuff. Go ahead.
Yeah, he was just trying to say like music is like ownership, taking ownership of music. Like this is it.
So what you're saying is urban people made most of the music.
Yes, and it's the same thing. Whether you like jazz or blues, or you think that's like passe and you're more into hip hop, same thing, same feelings at the club.
Did y'all notice when Remick attacked somebody in the movie, what type of music was playing? Did anybody notice?
No.
It was rock and roll music playing. Like when he attacked somebody, go, Arr! I thought y'all caught that.
No.
Oh yeah, the guitar riff.
Yeah.
Which again makes sense, and I kind of want to go back to what Chill was saying about that scene,
Speak on it,
which
man.
again is the second best scene in that movie from how it was shot. How when they're in the juke joint and they're playing the blues music, but yet you start to see music from the past, music
Yeah.
from the future, and not only just that, but when you see, I guess the guy who's playing like a cross between Jimi Hendrix and metal, blues also is one of the things that fed into rock and roll as well. Remember, people thought Elvis Presley was black until they saw him in person. So it shows how that comes together. Also, you had like some people like they were Native Americans that were playing drums. You also some who were Chinese who were also singing and dancing as well. But what that says to me, especially as somebody who descends from all of those people, and especially in the Mississippi Delta that I'm very, very, very familiar with, is that all of that music comes together, whether it's co-opted or say borrowed by someone else, or whether we hear a beat and say, that's dope, we need to pull that in to whatever mix track that we're doing, shows how all of that is blended together. And not only that, but music is basically the universal language as well.
Most definitely. But it was so many dynamics in this movie, music wise, because like the father Jedediah, the pastor, he was warning his son. It's almost what they call it foreshadowing, right?
Yes.
He was foreshadowing that, hey man, be careful with all that blue stuff. Something is coming. You know, I really love that because it was almost like these characters was the music.
You think that they put up against the religion of Christianity and then like hoodoo, mystical like teachings from Africa prior to enslavement, and do you think that they put that against each other and they tried to say the African spirituality wins over Christianity? Because Sammy did choose to continue with his career by the end of the movie.
I'll let you talk, but before I answer.
Okay, I'm gonna just say my piece, and I could be wrong. Kind of yes and no, because remember that part where Remick was quoting the Bible, like this ain't nothing, this don't do nothing. You know what I'm saying? But then at the same time, I was imagine out your background is off the chain right now. Hey man, I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to do it to you, bro. I'm sorry. Oh, okay, you did it yourself. But okay, at the same time, I was also getting that they were saying Christianity comes from Africa. That's what I got from that. So it was they was kind of going against it, and at the same time, they were saying it was coming from Africa. Now that's what I got from it, Chill. Lorena, you speak on it.
I didn't see that. What I saw, and again, as someone whose ancestry comes from the Mississippi Delta, what I saw with this was not like a demonization of Christianity, like Fatal was saying when Remick started, basically reciting, the Our Father prayer. What that goes back down to is that even the devil can quote scripture.
Yeah.
And from what I saw, it was very mocking of you think that your God won't save you, but at the same time, not realizing the sun is coming up. The other thing is that Christianity gives us free will. And when, preacher, his dad is telling him, you need to put the guitar down, and he could not, you could see the struggle that was going on. So in the end, it's free will. The church welcomed him back, but he made the choice that wasn't what he wanted to do. And that's one of the things about Christianity, giving, the fact that you have free will. God gives us free will, not free from the consequences, but does give us free will. And when you're talking about the Mississippi Delta, you have a bunch of different beliefs that exist within the same ecosystem. Those who were into Christianity, like most of my family was, it was like, you don't go to a juke joint. No self-respecting Black person goes to a juke joint. If you're going to a juke joint, you are out there for trouble. Same time, you have people who practice roots at the same time. I'm very familiar with that. Voodoo also as well. Voodoo in French, Santeria in
Yeah.
Spanish. Both of
Yeah.
them come from the Yoruba religion in Africa. So that got to the US through the Haitian Revolution and also the Spanish colonization of Louisiana. So you have people who will practice voodoo, but they also practice Catholicism as well, because they do not see a conflict between the two. You
Yeah.
have a lot of Christians who do see a conflict between the two, but it's not something that's, oh, it's denied, it doesn't exist. It's like, yes, we are very, very aware that it does exist, but some of us just do not mess with it. So I thought Coogler did a very good job of seeing everything that was out there, especially Smoke's wife. She's throwing the bones and everything, and she basically is telling them what you need to do and what not to do when it comes to vampires. And
Yeah.
they're like, I don't believe in that. No, sorry, yeah. And Stack was like, I believe in all that. Don't bring that Bayou nonsense
Yeah.
here. But yeah, I don't think that it was an attack on Christianity. If you think it's an attack on Christianity, I would say look a little bit deeper. I didn't see that. I think everything was put out there.
That was a great history lesson because I did not know any of that.
You're welcome. That's why I'm Creole. I'll tell y'all what's up there.
Lorena Creole. Yeah. Okay, Remick. Now we saw Remick. He was running in the sun, and he killed those two Irish people. So the young guy that was playing the blues music, he was drawn to his music.
Yeah, that was his subject. He wanted him, like Orochimaru wanted Sasuke. He wanted Sammy.
But what did he want Sammy for?
He was like a great vessel,
Okay, well let me continue, man, because y'all let it like y'all.
He wanted him so he can get more people. That's why.
But was it more Black people?
More people in general. More, just draw people to him. This way he could convert more people. That's what it seemed like.
Okay.
He was trying to raise an army. That's what it looked like he was doing.
Okay, I kind of see what you're saying.
Because didn't he say, I'm paraphrasing what Remick said, I heard, your music caught my attention and I couldn't help but come seek you out. I came for you.
Yeah, he's trying to save people as a vampire. You're never gonna have to die. I'm gonna get you. I get you. I'm take care of you, Sammy. Preacher boy.
We're gonna get to that later. We're gonna get to, because that kind of threw me off too. But we're gonna get to that later. Let's continue. So as the joint empties, the vampires attack. Hold on, I think I skipped the part. Okay. As the joint opening night, semi-music is transcended, unknowingly summoning. I already read that part. As the joint empties, the vampires attack and turn on the departing patrons, including Bo. Stack revives as a vampire, but Annie repels him with pickled garlic juice. She educates the survivors. Only sunlight, silver, or wooden stakes can kill vampires, and they cannot enter a building unless invited. Now leading a horde of vampires, but still unable to enter the bar, Remick negotiates. He presses Sammy's supernatural talent and claims the vampirism offers immortality. Now, this is what Chill was talking about. He offers immortality, freedom, and escape from racism. I thought that was real interesting. He wants to use Sammy's skills to summon the spirits of his lost community. He also warns that Hogwood, who secretly heads the local clan, plans to attack the bar at dawn, which Sammy was right on that. When the survivors refuse his offer, Remick and Bo confront Grace, as the Chinese woman, threatening to attack her daughter. A desperate Grace dares the Horde to attack the joint, inviting them in. That was so stupid of her. In the ensuing battle, Grace, Annie, and Delta Slim are killed. Mary is devastated by Annie's death and flees the bar. Thoughts?
Well, this has the word educate when they're talking about how Annie was letting everyone know. If you think about the roles that the actress the actress is going to get given, not many of them are going to be the ones where you're part of the movie and you're part of the plot, that you're forward to the plot. Like you're going to be the bully, or you're like Hunter B-15. You'll be damsel in distress. You'll be like a lot of other roles, but the informative character given to a black woman like that is a rarity, and she probably won't be getting much of those roles in these $90 million budget films.
Really?
Really.
All right. Anybody else?
About that particular scene?
Yeah, about that scene. Yeah.
Let me see. Hold on one second.
I just thought, to me, that was kind of a stupid. To me, that was a stupid. That's the only part that really threw me out was with Grace, because that point seemed rushed. Because if you at this moment you seeing mother freakers get ripped in half, that it was a funny part in the movie where Grace's husband was a vampire, and that other vampire was eating that dude up, and her husband was acting like he didn't even see him. He was like,
yeah, come on, baby, let's go. Let's get in the car. Let's go.
And that proves my point. I would be so scared at that moment. Why would I invite them to come in and kill me? You know?
Well, here's the thing. Grace is obviously not in her right mind. Yeah. Her husband's a daggone vampire. Her child is left alone. And she's just like, I'm not just going to sit here. Let's just get this over with. I don't want to be, a sitting duck. We, as the audience watching this movie, we know the vampire rules. We know that's stupid as hell. But when do people act rational in a horror movie? They do not. They don't. So
I heard a black dude in the background when I was at the movie theater. He said, "This bee is so stupid," and everybody busted out laughing. All right, let me continue. Smoke, Sammy, and Pearline attempt to escape, but Remick and Stack ambush them. Smoke and Stack clash in a brutal fight, twin versus twin, while Sammy and Pearline faces off with Remick. Pearline is bitten and begs Sammy to flee. In a final confrontation, Sammy smashes his guitar over Remick's head before Smoke arrives just in time to kill him with a stake. As the sun rises, the vampire heart is incinerated. That's the one part that confused me too, and I'm going to speak about it when I'm through reading. Urging Sammy to flee, Smoke ambushes and kills Hogwood and the clan, but is himself mortally wounded. Before dying, he witnessed a vision of Annie and their daughter. Sammy, battered and grief-stricken, returns to his father's church. Jedediah pleads with him to renounce music and seek salvation. Sammy refuses, leaving his guitar in hand. Now, this is the part that confused me, okay? Mm-hmm. The part where Remick gets burnt up with the sun, mm-hmm. and the other vampires get incinerated too. Mm-hmm. Why didn't Annie and Stack die?
Because they got wait.
Remember when Remick died, the other vampires died, right?
Because they weren't there. They left. They were all in the same proximity.
Oh, okay. That's right. Because we never did see what happened.
She even
go ahead.
Yeah, because when they had that, obviously the spoilers. When they had the second post-credit scheme, you seen when the wife was telling them you have to kill them individually or all at the same time. Like that's what they were saying. Like it has to be exact same time. Well, and which is why they all died at the same time, because they all got hit by the sun. Plus, they were close proximity, so they was feeling what he was feeling because they were so close proximity to him. So when he hit him in the head, they all was feeling it. Because remember what he said, when he bites them, he gets their memories and everything. So he essentially was making, like I said, he wanted an army. That's what he wanted. So that's whenever he gets, it's like what's that? Like the Borg almost. He's almost assimilating them like the Borg. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. I see what you mean.
Because you have to kill the head, not only just the head vampire, which they were saying, you have to kill all of them. They all have to die at the same time. If some of them get away, like Stack and Mary did, it'll They can
Okay.
keep right on going. Same thing happened in Interview with the Vampire.
See, that's what threw me off, Lorena, because in my mind, I'm thinking like some Count Dracula type rules. Like if you kill him, the other ones all die. You know, that's what I was thinking.
That's what I
Hey
thought
man,
too.
I
But
told
then
y'all I'm short, bust unique.
they just kind of like updated and just like, no, you gotta kill all of them because there's been other films where it's been like that too.
Yeah.
You know, you kill the head vampire, guess what? That really didn't get rid of them.
Yeah.
That's been a vampire trope for a lot of movies, even in Underworld, where they actually kind of toyed with the fact that that was a lie that Victor told him so he could keep people in line. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
that
I love that movie too.
if you killed one of them, yeah. So it's really just the matter of who wants to tell a story. Like essentially, like with the Buffy the Vampire Slayer universe, you kill one demon, it ain't gonna do anything. You got to kill each individual. It's just, each one kind of plays around that trope as far as how can you get rid of them all.
Gotcha.
I'm surprised they didn't say beheading either, because everybody knows that beheading is one way you can kill a vampire. If anything, you have to
You're
behead.
supposed to do like both. Stab them with the wooden stake and cut their head off, because that's what dude said in Bram Stoker's Dracula. Yeah, we just need to drive a stake in her heart, cut off her head.
Yeah. 60 years later, an aged Stack and Mary visits an elderly Sammy, now a celebrated blues musician in Chicago. Stack reveals that Smoke spared him that night at the joint, allowing him to go free under the condition that Sammy will live in peace. The couple offers Sammy the chance at immortality, but he declines. Because that would be Mr. Freak. You 80 years old and a vampire. I'd rather be young and a vampire. But let's continue. After performing for the couple, Sammy tells them that though that fateful night still haunts him until the sun went down, it was the greatest day of his life. Stack argues, noting it was the last time he saw Smoke, the last time he saw the sun, and the only time he ever truly felt free. Now that was the mid credit scene. Why the freak they put that post credit scene in there where he was just playing the banjo?
Yeah, I got the same question. I don't get it either.
Was there some kind of hitting meaning or something?
What, he was just playing? He was just playing it just to play it?
Yeah, just playing it just to play it.
Yeah, I missed that other session. I had to go to the bathroom.
Yeah, I missed that too. I was rolling that, but I guess just to reinforce, he couldn't let go.
He chose the blues.
He chose.
Yeah, that's what it was. He chose the blues. Yeah.
He chose the blues, so he went against his dead wishes.
Yeah.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, we supposed to stay on the same topic, but and Chill, this is why I like for you to come in, because you're a numbers guy. Now, I caught a lot of flack this week. I made a video where I said it centers a box office flop. Now, you guys understand movies, and my boy, dang, how did I forget the director's name that fast?
What's the date on these numbers?
I think this is recent. This is recent numbers.
That looks a little out of date. Hold on a second.
But
let me get to another site real quick.
I was telling everybody. I mean, people have been going at it with me all week about this. Now, y'all correct me if I'm wrong. The budget is $90 million. That's how much it costs to make this movie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I told people that this movie has not even broke even yet. And they think I'm wrong. Now, is it making 3 times the budget in the box office, the industry norm, for it to make a profit? Because think about this. Consider this. You have to pay back the movie theaters. You have to pay for advertising. And there's something else you got to pay. What's the other thing you got to pay?
That's it. Marketing costs, and then you get a cut to the movie theaters.
And a lot of people don't know this. A lot of people really don't know this. And I could be wrong. Just check me if I'm wrong. Let's just say this movie breaks even. The director has to pay that debt back with the next movie they do. Like whatever is remaining. Am I wrong?
If it breaks even, how's their debt?
Because break even is you still owe.
That's not what
You know-
break even means.
Okay,
This
break down.
this movie needs to make $216 million.
No, it need to make 300 million.
216, because it's you got to take the factor for the movie itself, the 90 million. Then you add 45 to that. That's your 135. Then you only make 40%. I mean, you got to subtract 40% because that's what everybody else gets. So you got to tack that 40% on there. That would give you 216.
Okay, did you right? And Blue, you right. That third one was the tax credits. 220. That's what I was thinking. 225 million is breaking even. So if it hit 300 million, it's profit.
Yeah, anything over the break even is profit.
Yeah. And it's on track to do that, because I don't know if you've seen the drop amount. This movie has only dropped, I think, like
4%.
9%, like something like that, like in the single digits. The only other movie to do that was the original Avatar film.
Wow.
Both you had to see in IMAX.
All right. Right now it's at 175. Let's round it. 176 million. Do you guys think it'll hit that break-even mark in the next 2 or 3 weeks?
Yeah, of course.
I agree. Yeah, it is.
Okay.
What you need to look at, or what I look at, not that you need to, but what I look at is that the domestic is something like 77%, and the international audience is 22%. And that's a pathetic turnout from the international audience.
Well, you know why. You know why, right?
I have a hunch, because if you look at Nope, it's the same breakdown. It's the same splits of 77% domestic.
Now, you know this is not going to be big in China. You know this.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I think they tried to kind of mingle with China with having, what's the girl name? Grace. Try to have Grace in that joint, and the other guy, the husband. I think they tried to but
do y'all want a history lesson?
Yes, ma'am. Break it down.
Okay, here's the history lesson. All right. Chinese have been in the Americas ever since the Spanish landed in Spanish Louisiana. I'm not making this up. I wish I would, but 1% of my DNA is from China. Why? Because Spain had trade relationship with China. China didn't need anything we had except for silver. Guess who was providing the silver? The Spaniards, by working the natives in Mexico. So the Chinese have always been in the Mississippi Delta. As a matter of fact, my grandfather said the Chinese restaurants and the Chinese stores, granted the ones that were on the black section of town, that was the only place that they could go. They weren't harassed by white people for the most part. And they could pretty much just do whatever they need to do, get together and do that and conduct business in peace. Because the Chinese were seen basically by most of the white people during that time as not being white. And black people were kind of like, I don't know if I can trust the Chinese, but they don't give us a hassle every time we go in their stores. So the Chinese were the go-between with that particular town, between black people and between the white people. My grandfather told me that as well. If you see that shot in the movie where they go to the Chinese store and he's telling them, hey, I need, catfish, all of this stuff. And hey, I need a sign. Oh, well, you're going to have to ask my wife, Grace, to do it for you. And he's like, okay. So he turns to the little girl and, tells her, hey, go over there and go get your mother. I'm like, how come he doesn't walk over there? Well, you see her go across the street. Across the street's nothing but white people. She goes in the store to get her mother. Store's full of white people. Little girl strays, the mother leaves, comes across the street, back over into the shop.
Yeah. Right
there is a complete and accurate depiction of the Delta and the way that the society was at that time. So I know some folks are kind of like, oh, they just like threw the Chinese in there. No,
and you're exactly right. Because I did research on it, and they was there back then. And correct me if I'm wrong. Wasn't it a little bit after slavery, or maybe even during slavery?
It was a good percentage of them came over after slavery, because when slavery ended, you know what? Guess what? no more free labor. So what you gonna do?
And
So
they
that's
was
when you
working on the
had
railroads, right?
Italians. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you had like Italians, you had, Irish that were there because they didn't have to compete with slave labor anymore. You had Irish that were there, and you
Yeah.
had the Chinese that came there for at least about 20 years before the U.S. did the Chinese Exclusion Act, which banned any immigration from China for like 10 years because so many of
Wow.
them came over. Yeah.
Wow. Man, Lorena is super smart. I love it. I love it. Chill, what you got for us?
That Sinners had 120 something million. I forget what number it was. So I went to other movies that have 120 something million, like The Devil Wears Prada.
Yeah.
And when you're doing
Mm.
domestically 124, the international audience is supposed to show up this much. So Sinners right now today should be
Wow.
at 326. Or if we look at another
Wow.
movie like Aquaman, which grossed 124 domestically, well,
Mhm.
worldwide they were at 439 because the world turned out. Sinners would be in a great position now if the world would have turned out, or if Warner Brothers would have advertised them like they should.
Shout out to Super Slice 75. This is what Super Slice 75 said, and y'all can always say I'm wrong, but I kind of agree with him. I think Sinners dropped on the worst weekend ever. You know when they dropped, right? What weekend they dropped on, right?
Easter.
They dropped on Easter, man. And
Tell 'em.
this,
I said the same thing because sin is like, you might as well name this movie The Devil is Awesome. Who wants to go to see a movie called Sinners? What? I'm too busy. I have a relationship with my Lord, and I don't feel like seeing Sinners right now, especially when I just came out of church or whatever religion you guys practice.
Yeah.
I think Sin is a terrible title. It'd make a lot more if it was called Vampires in Mississippi or something like that.
I just think it was a wrong time.
Yeah,
to drop movie.
that's a good point, Fatal.
Yeah, urban people, when it comes to Easter, even if you haven't been in church all year, you're gonna have your Easter clothes on.
You going Christmas, Easter Christians, the CECs. That's what we call.
Yeah, and black folks better dare not go into a movie theater and see a movie called Sinners on Easter Sunday. They better not. Now, don't get me wrong, they'll see it that Monday, but they're not gonna see it that weekend.
Yeah, he said that Monday.
Easter Sunday.
So I think that really hurt Coogler and Michael B. Jordan. I think that really hurt them.
That movie should have come out in September, honestly, if you ask me.
Yeah,
it should have been a Halloween movie. Yes. Yeah. That's what it should have been. If it was a Halloween movie, I think it would have been. But to me, I'm not like a big, scary movie guy. Like to me, I'm like, stuff like that don't scare me because it just doesn't, so because I don't know. To me, it's just more like of an action movie to me. That's what it felt like. That's just me. So I don't know. But I get it should have been a October type, like the end of September, early October movie. I think that would have been more of a win for it. But hey, it is what it is.
Yeah, it wasn't really a
It's not an Easter movie. Like you're right. That's not an Easter movie.
Yeah, I don't know why they I'm like kind of chill. Warner might have been doing a little sabotaging on that part. Do you think it had to do with Coogler in the next 20 years he'll be the owner of this movie?
Yeah, probably.
Okay. What up, Pam Entertainment? What up, Amanda? Let's check this out right here. I don't know if this was Mark that sent me this or Lorena, but let's check this out.
Oh yeah, I sent you that.
Okay.
It's full, both of them.
Sinners to be the most nakedly racist movie ever seen.
What up, Fox?
That's my takeaway, and it's akin to Birth of a Nation. And we've listened to people and black historians talk about the evilness of Birth of a Nation and what it did and blah, blah, blah. And I don't disagree with him. It was programming and propaganda. I just don't understand how we can't see this movie Sinners and other movies that are not quite as nakedly racist, but they all flirt with this. Why? And I don't know the example in the last 30, 40 years, 50 years. Where's the example of the anti-black movie that is this nakedly racist towards black people. I can't think of the example. It's only promoted and only approved if it's headed one direction. Have I missed something? And have you seen maybe other, the movie that they did with Ada DuVernay and the Central Park Five on Netflix? It's pretty nakedly racist because it's telling a lie about the Central Park Five. If you've actually watched them confess to their crimes with their parents sitting there, but this is the most nakedly racist. This movie.
All right, he's saying the same thing over and over. What you guys think?
First of all, Jack Posobiec is not going to date him. All right, he's not. He's not. This dude, Jason Whitlock, I don't know what movie he saw. I think he saw it, but he saw it for the kind of outrage bait that he could put out there. Because how the heck are you going to call this film racist against white people? They had racist white characters in it, the KKK. We all know about that. But there was not somebody going around killing white people like a lot of other uninformed people have been saying. You have some people, I'll just put this out there. You got some people who are outraged that Ryan Coogler outsmarted Hollywood for the most part. How dare this black man outsmoke Hollywood? How dare he put this movie out there that people can't stop talking about, that theaters are packed seeing this film, and people are going to see it repeatedly.
And Lorena, basically word of mouth for the promotion.
And that's what I said.
Yeah. Super Slime.
I'm confused. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Just real quick. Super Slime. Super Slime is the person that I first heard say the Easter comment about sinners. You were spot on that, bro. Thank you so much for the $4 super chat. Speak on it, D.
I'm gonna say it like this here. I've said it 1,000 times. I'm up to here with the whole freaking us versus them nonsense that's been going on. Can we just see a damn movie? Can we see a movie? I mean, why gotta get all deep into it? Listen, the racism, like you said, Lorena, they did have the KKK in there, but the movie was set in what time? I mean, when the KKK was actually
1930s and 30s.
It'd be one thing if you're gonna make this movie and make it 2025 and be like, oh, it's some KKK guy trying to set them up. That makes no sense. But this, okay, I understand. And guess what? The part they had in it was what, 2 scenes? To be fair, even though the vampire was a white guy, he was the bad guy. He was trying to unite people. I mean, when you think about it, if anything like that,
he did. That's what was so seductive. And Remick was telling him, KKK trying to kill you. By the way, they come in here in the morning to kill you. You come with me, we're all equal, and we can all be one happy.
And Lorena, the speech was so good that he sold him. I damn near thought, I said, dang, he ain't that bad.
He got a point.
Yeah.
But he was trying to seduce him to the dark side for real. That's some shit of Palpatine stuff. Right? You know what I'm saying? So I'm confused. Like this whole thing. Like I mean, I don't know if you was going to talk about the whole Haley Steinfeld thing too. But I'm like, can we just see a movie? Like, I don't like they act like it's such a thing called acting. And they people was up in arms how she was talking with like some sort of an accent. I'm like, bro, who cares? It's called acting.
That's how people. Oh my God, that's how people talked back then. Exactly. That's how my grandparents spoke. And I sat in that movie, and I'm like, it sounds like that's my cousin. Even when Smoke was like, "Hey, gal, come here for a minute." That's exactly what my grandfather would say to like girls or like relatives, people that he knew. He would say that. So I don't know where the heck these people are getting at, and it's obvious they have never been in the Mississippi Delta ever.
Lorena,
and the crazy thing
Lorena
about it too,
it's just like y'all saying, they just rage baiting. That's all it is.
Yeah, it's almost they rage baiting and gaslighting all at the same time. Like what y'all trying? Like did you see that movie? Like I'm trying to figure out where the problem was at. And the thing that got me is like again, like I said, they're doing the whole thing with the way she was talking. I'm like, but she's literally acting, even though if you want to be legitimate, she does have some black ancestry in real life, but she's supposed to be acting half black anyway. That's the whole point. The whole point is
supposed to. Her character, again, which is, again, like my family, because my great-grandmother, she was so like people thought that they thought that she was white. And
same thing with my great-grandmother.
Yeah, because when they would roll up in places and, black girls are just like, look, we don't want no trouble with, you here. And unless somebody vouched for them, because they said in the movie, no, she family. She gets to say. That was real, because you had some who passed and you had some who didn't.
Correct.
Before
my great grandmother could go into the white bathroom. She passed for white.
My wife is Creole, and she looked like she could be for the other side, but she black as ever. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I think it was dope. Haley Steinfeld. I think that was the perfect role, and I've been following her ever since she was a little girl. Pause. When she was in this movie called True Grit. Have y'all ever seen that Western movie?
Yes, I did. That movie was off the chain.
She did an amazing job as a little girl.
The first thing I saw was Bumblebee.
But then you need to see her in that. She like a little girl, but her acting skills was on the level of the grown men in that movie, bro.
Jeff Bridges and
I think
Matt
was that a Western type movie?
Yes.
Okay.
It's a good movie though, bro. Because I'm like, when I was watching, I said, "Dang, this little girl right here can act. She gonna be legendary in the future, bro.
Mm-hmm.
She gonna be legendary." Let's check this out right here though, and chill. We gonna get to yours too.
My immediate reaction was, we finally have something original. We finally have it doing well. We finally have an event movie that doesn't need to be tied to an IP. We finally have an entire event feel like an event that is born of creativity. And then because negativity is celebrated more than positivity, they had to go, oh, and that's insane. Like, it ended with a negative for no reason. It literally, it made 2/3 of its budget already weekend one. It's an original thing that is only getting good word of mouth, that is only getting good Rotten Tomatoes, that is only getting a good cinema score. They had nothing actually negative to say. So then they were like, but with marketing, I guess it's not doing Avengers numbers. Like, what an insane thing to pull when something's finally what you claim to root for. If you're a trade that celebrates movies and you're a trade that celebrates the entertainment industry, when something unique in entertainment happens, you have to still go, yes, but negativity is what's going to give us clicks. Let's make sure we as Variety go, let's make sure that doesn't seem too positive, because it's not going to click as much. I hate that they sacrifice their own integrity as a movie publication to spin it negatively when it's inherently positive. Like, that is such a good win for the cinema, especially in 2025, especially for an original IP. So to make it negative just for clicks is embarrassing.
If y'all don't recognize that dude, he from the Real Rejects. Pretty much, if you just literally type in reaction, you're going to always see their videos at the very top of the algorithm. The YouTube algorithm, love those freakers. Chill, what was you saying?
Play my thing first for context.
Pause.
His name is Coy Jandreau. He's been on Collider Heroes before Real Rejects, when Collider was still a thing.
I had to pause you, though, because you said, play my thing first. But go.
Just for context, this is a man who is in an interracial relationship, and I think a lot of it has to do with race, and that he was going, Variety did what they did because of a negative headline would provide more clicks, is ignoring the race part, at least. And if you would disagree with this was racial and it was more about the ownership and that the studios would be upset because he's going to shake up the system and it's an ownership thing, at least say it's an ownership thing. He just said they wanted a headline that with negativity, and that's why they did that. Now, Variety was upset. Variety was told by Bob Iger or by one of the executives who run Amazon or whoever runs all these studios. They told them, go frame it this way, because there's no reason why we should ever have directors and people in Hollywood be reading this headline and going, oh, creator owned is the way to go. That's why they did this. And I think that there's some extra mustard on it because of Ryan Coogler's skin color, that they wanted to be like more against it. I think it was racial.
Okay.
Koi Chandra completely ignored that and just misrepresented what angered them. What angered them is that he owns it. And then I add race to it. But even if it wasn't race, if it was a white guy named Christopher Nolan, I would still say the same thing. They're angry because he owns it. It's not about a click.
Okay, gotcha. Man, that's a lot to unpack what you just said, but that do make a lot of sense though.
Well,
so
I'll just
speak on it, Lorena.
I'll just add, because I dragged Variety as
Yes, you did.
as they posted it.
Yes, you did.
Basically saying, how bigoted of a headline is this? You were kissing Snow White's ass when that movie dropped, saying, oh, it's going to make this money. It's doing all this. It's doing great, when it's so as it wasn't at all. And this is the first thing that you come up with. Well, it might not make its money back. I'm like, are you for real? That headline came out, and it's just like, it's like I told people, I said, if you don't believe Hollywood is a racist place for the most part, I got a bridge to sell you somewhere, because that's exactly how that came out looking. They got smoked. They got dragged 8 ways from Sunday for that. And then all of a sudden you start seeing the post about, oh, well, Sinners is doing really good now. And it's just, no.
From Rebecca Rubin, who wrote that dumbass article. And now she's the next week, and she's talking about, like, Rebecca, are you like a pseudonym? You're a real person, right? How could you say this? And I remember what she was writing about Jonathan Majors the week the man got arrested. Rebecca Rubin's on my radar.
They said that drop, that was the lowest drop in how long?
Since Avatar.
Wow.
Single digit, not a double digit, single digit drop.
And Avatar is still the king of all movies?
Yeah, because they got a re-release.
Yeah, because I know Marvel tried, and they had it for a while. And then James Cameron said, nah, let me get my championship belt back,
Disney
but
with the re-releases, they did a Star Wars re-release on the weekend, and they got like a free $40 million because George Lucas created some stuff that everyone liked from 20 years ago.
Yeah. Super Slide,
thank Variety. That's why you got to own IP, though. Sorry.
He said, thank Variety for lighting the fire under urban folks' butts to go see Sinners. Yes, they did. Yes, they did.
We took that personal.
So talk about a movie I have no desire to see or ever see again is Avatar, and that thing made so much money.
Same.
Yeah, because
what do you call it? What you call Blue Pocahontas?
Dances with Smurfs. That's what I call it.
Dances with Smurfs.
And I called the second one Swimming with Snorks, because that was Avatar. I'm like, nah.
That second one wasn't good.
And he got 2 more coming out?
Two more.
What's the appeal? Again, I know it's not on the topic, but can anybody tell me the name of any of the main characters in that movie? Anybody in chat? Anybody?
All I know is Jake Sully. That's all I know.
He just got one. Majake. That's
hey, and that ain't even his name. He got after the movie. That's his human name, Jake Sully.
Jake Sully.
Yeah, don't nobody care. Let's go around in a circle and
Spider, the kid named Spider.
Oh, dang it. Yeah,
nobody cares, man.
Hey, wait. Did you just look that up? Look that up, bro? Nah, because you were a little quiet for a minute. Then you came with that. You looked that up, man. Nah, I'm not giving you that. You looked that up. Because I saw you read it, bro.
Yeah,
I saw you.
You was reading it. Think about it. When he first said Jake Sully, that's all he knew. He ain't.
Yeah, you gonna try to read that and come back. Yeah, I know. Yeah, whatever, bro. You would read that. I just saw you.
Let's go around in a circle, pause, and let's rate this movie. Sinners. Chill. Starting with you. What you rate this movie?
I liked it. Maybe
from a scale out of 1 out of 10. What's your score?
I'll do 8 for now, but I'll have to give it a second view.
Okay. Lorena?
I'm giving it a 9. I mean, it had a couple of, weird plot inconsistencies, but nothing to detract from my enjoyment of the movie. It fired on all cylinders. So 9.
D.
I'll give it a 7.5.
7.5. That ain't bad. Yeah. D. I give it a 8.5. I give it an 8.5. Do you guys think we're gonna get a sequel? This is gonna be a franchise?
It's got to have a franchise. That's why you own something like this.
Yeah.
I mean, you got the whole. I just drew blank. At the end, I drew blank on the name. Haley and the other one, and his.
And you know what that means. Yeah. You know what that means when you got that Coogee sweater on. Yeah. You know what you do. You know what you doing in the 80s. You know what I'm saying? That's the Biggie sweaters, you know. But ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna be back. We're gonna take a quick commercial break. We got an hour left in the show. It's time to go to some DC and MCU news. Stick around. We'll be back. Make sure to smash that like button.
My queen, I love her dirty draw.
Billy, you think I can have some more?
Yeah, we should totally hit it again, but I get first dibs on it.
To me come off, first me nearly dead with laugh. I watch the people rush the door like a bash a choco. Fun time there, time for the bus ride. Sunshine there, a time for the bus ride. Sunshine there, a time for the bus ride. Fun time there, a time for the bus ride. No!
Ever wondered how to pull a demon out of a human host?
Raise it up and say,
get the inside scoop on how it's done with Bernie's Groovy Exorcisms.
Satan, come out! Let's groove it!
He's the grooviest exorcist around.
Exorcisms are all about having fun. I come to play when the demons are here to stay.
Yeah!
The power of groove compels you.
Now these exorcisms are available for you to learn on Ernie's Groovy Exorcisms.
Eye contact. You don't want him to skull fuck you now. I break it down step by step so you can follow along easily. Or else you'll get possessed.
Come on, John. Let's go.
This demon got me so bad, we had to pull it out of my ass.
Come on, we gotta see it in those.
Ernie's Groovy Exorcisms is not sold in any stores.
What is that? These exorcisms are hotter than the flames of hell. They'll make your head spin.
To order, call the number on your screen or log on to demonfunk.com. Must be 18 or older to log on.
Am I back?
Yep.
Okay, I was kind of lagging. I was getting scared. I thought one of them vampire spirits, the music spirit, got into my computer. This is something that got the internet world going crazy for some odd reason. I don't know why. But this right here, James Gunn's Superman leak angers fans, but joke said to be something fantastic. Have anybody heard of this week?
No, not me.
Okay, here you go. Reactions are pouring in about the recent leak surrounding James Gunn's Superman movie, and they aren't good. But fans taking it out of context before even seeing the film, spoilers follow. So what is the leak? The leak is now said to be legit, as YouTuber Nerdrotic posted on X, formerly Twitter, that the info is true.
It's still Twitter.
Say what?
They said formerly X is formerly Twitter. No, it's still Twitter.
Oh, excuse me. I must have been tripping when I read that. Sometimes, I'm short bus. I had the short bus.
Nah, Fatal J, ignore what I said. Don't worry. Just keep reading.
All right. In the movie, Superman is frustrated by. Now, this is the leak right here. The Superman leak. This is supposedly in the movie. People out there, this is a friendly show, so excuse my French on what I'm about to say. In the movie, Superman is frustrated by social media backlash with the hashtag super shit being mentioned several times as really getting under his skin. Meanwhile, in this interdimensional world, hundreds of mutant monkeys are shown typing furiously at keyboards, flooding social media with hate against Superman.
The mutant monkeys, is that Garad? Was that like that hidden place in DC?
Sly, I know you eating this up inside because you can't stand Gunn. Okay. If you go back and watch the Superman trailer, you can tell that the public hates Superman.
Right.
So I'm guessing social media is going to be in this movie.
Of course. Well, how else are they going to hate him? If people hate someone, if you write a movie in the 1990s before Twitter, then you're just going to see headlines and radio personalities. But the movie takes place in present day. How are they going to show Superman is hated? Social media.
I kind of think too, though, that they trying to play on. Did you ever see the animated Superman cartoon?
Yeah.
Okay, you know how that world is futuristic, but it looks modern and it looks like it's in the past.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I thought they was going with that. So if it's social media, this is modern time.
Yeah.
But yeah. So in the movie, Superman is frustrated by social media backlash with the hashtag super shit.
He's mad of the backlash. The hashtag is a manifestation of the backlash. They could have said super anything. There could not be a hashtag. It could just be the online sentiment that he keeps reading. I'm not mad at super shit. I just think whatever, bro. That is the catchphrase that people are going with. He's not upset with the catchphrase. He's upset that he's not liked. That for some reason in this movie, I guess his alien origin gets figured out, or maybe they figure out he was sent to Earth to take over and people don't like him. He's mad that he's hated.
He's mad that he's hated. Now, let's continue with this. Because I know Matt McGloin, the dude that's over this site. Let's see him break this down. James Gunn revenge on the internet. Why the reactions have... Why that make you laugh, man?
He's getting his revenge. Yeah, they got him fired from Guardians 3. Remember that? Back in 2018?
See, I'm thinking of something different, though, Chill. I'm thinking he trying to go against... I call him the Snyder cult because not all Snyder heads feel this way, but you know they constantly every day, James Gunn, we hate James Gunn, we hate this Superman. I thought that's the crowd he was going for with this monkeys typing on the internet, typing on the computer. But let's read it though. Let's read it. James Gunn revenge on the internet. While the reactions haven't been good, is because it sounds like James Gunn will be sending a message just as he did with Future Commandos. Regardless of what side of the political spectrum you're on, I think we all agree that when the agenda comes ahead of story, the story suffers. The leak make it sound like James Gunn has a vendetta trying to settle a score from 7 years ago. Okay, Chill, this is where your thoughts come in. The leak makes it sound like James Gunn has a vendetta trying to settle a score from 7 years ago when he was fired from Disney Marvel. It seems like he uses Superman as a personal weapon to get back at conservatives. But why conservatives, though? Wouldn't it be anybody that didn't like him?
Well, who wrote this?
Somebody conservative.
Pretty much.
I don't know. Either that or somebody clueless. I would not think he was going after conservatives.
I think that it was when he was going out and tweeting things so like anti-conservative in 2018, 2017, the conservatives, they're the ones who collected all of his tweets from the past and went, yo, Disney, this is your boy. And the conservative online people are the reason why he got fired in the first place. So maybe that's why he's so anti-James Gunn right now.
Isn't Superman a period piece like Fantastic Four? This seems fake. I thought this too when Mark with a C, shout out to Mark with a C, when he brought this to my awareness. But then when I saw this scooper, Viewer Anon, and Viewer Anon is pretty spot on with his scoops. Mm-hmm. This is what he had to say. He said, guys, the hashtag super shit thing, don't look it up if you don't already know. It's one of the best jokes in the movie. Evil people who didn't like it have pointed to the punchline as something fantastic. Wait for the movie to come out.
I like whoever wrote this article, he's giving you both sides. So that's a good article writer, even though it sounded like he had a little bias, but he provided this.
Yeah, I know Matt McGloin. I keep trying to get him on Dark Council. He said he's going to come. Pause. I had to catch myself on that one. But I mean, I don't know why people flipping out over this. I don't get no, oh, you're anti-Trump, anti-conservative. I don't get those vibes. It's just something to be funny and maybe poke a little jabs at the people who've been talking crap. Because James Gunn, if you haven't noticed, has a lot of people who hate his guts on the internet. But at the same time, that's the internet. You know?
This goes back to what I was saying about the Sinners thing. Can we just have a movie? I'm tired of the us versus them nonsense. And even let's just say this isn't a movie. That's stupid on James Gunn's part because I listen. You're bringing something of a real world aspect into it. I get it. It's going to be that time. If they're going to put it this time, they're going to have the internet. But at the same time, if you're going to have it like that futuristic retro thing going on, it should be a newspaper or something, not the internet that does this to him. If you're going to tell that story, because to me, bringing the internet into anything like that, well, I get it. That's the time that we're in. It takes out of the immersion of something fantastical because it's something we do every day. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's the internet is something we do every day. So now I get it. It's part of everyday life. But at the same time, if you're trying to give me something fantastical, bringing it back down to that's the one problem I have, like with the Mission Impossible, the Final Reckoning. It's a freaking AI you're fighting. Like, come on, can we? If you're gonna tell that story, you got to go super fantastical with it, not just be an actual computer. That's just my thing on it. That's just me.
And see, D, you absolutely right. And I think that was the reason why we fell in love with Star Wars, because how do Star Wars open up? How do it open up?
Opening crawl?
Yes.
Yeah, it opens up a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away.
Far, far away, which means it's no time to it. A long, long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. That could have happened in the future. It could have been it could have happened way in the future. It could have happened way in the past. We don't know. But making it timeless, that's what make it dope. What I'm showing you right here, in the animation, the Superman animation show, when you look at Metropolis, you can't tell what time it's in. And then you got a good point. You got a very good point. Quit reminding me of reality. You know what I'm saying? Stop reminding me of reality. I'm trying to escape that. You know? Did you mute it too? Do you realize you muted?
I know I'm muted.
Oh, okay.
I'm just agreeing with you.
Let's check this out real quick, and then we're gonna hop on to the next topic. This is what it says right here. This is like a little synopsis of what's going on. It says right here, James Gunn revenge on the conservatives and the internet. A bizarre rumor plot for James Gunn's Superman has surfaced online, which claims the Man of Steel gets dragged into the world of cancel culture. In the leak, it's claimed that James Gunn sets up Superman to be battered by social media hate, which apparently makes the Man of Steel feel sad. Now, we're not joking. It's further claimed that James Gunn uses a hashtag super shit hashtag in the movie, which trends and damages Superman's image. But the real twist, Lex Luthor is behind it all, using an army of mutant monkeys at keyboards to flood and troll the internet and tear Superman down.
You know, I'm going to say this. Let's say if James Gunn was planning to do this, this is the dumbest overplayed thing ever. They did it in She-Hulk. It went over like a lead balloon. Get a little bit, give us something different.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm one of those conservatives where I'm not offended easily. I don't care about your political proclivities. Just give me something good that I can watch. That's all I care about. He does that. I'm just saying, if he does, dude, I know you're a lot more creative than that. Come on.
Yeah, because I mean, Lorena, just that fast, I was thinking, how can I get the audience to feel bad for Superman? I thought of this real quick. Have Superman beat the crap out of something, an alien or something, and then when Superman show up to the people, he'll say, Thank you guys, or something along those lines. And they'll say, we didn't ask for your help, you motherfreaker. Go back home to where you came from. And then, okay, I feel bad for him. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I need a company. I think that sensitive people, like who wrote this? Cosmic Wonder? Who is it?
Cosmic.
So Cosmic, I think he's identifying with the monkey people, with the Lex Luthor of it all. There is no accompanying quote or extra scene for me to go, James Gunn's calling the bots and the trolls monkey people. He's calling them conservatives. I need a little extra something. So maybe like, I don't know, pull yourself by the bootstraps, or we'll do one of those conservative sayings if that happens in the movie. Or if Lex Luthor quotes Trump specifically, then I'll go, I see the connection that James Gunn's making. Because without that, you're just choosing to be offended and you're being sensitive by saying, oh, he's picking at us conservatives. So I'm not saying it's not in there. I just got to see the movie, or I got to see the scene where I can go, that's what James Gunn's telling us.
Somebody put Superman will be twerking. Man,
Lord,
that'll be over, man. James Gunn gives frat boy humor. At some point, you outgrew it, and it's a niche inside joke. Well, I'm gonna stick with what James Gunn said. James Gunn said this is not going to be a Guardians of the Galaxy type movie. He said it's going to be humor in it, of course, because Superman is a little bright, but it's not going to be too much. So, look, I want this movie to be good, but I'm not a James Gunn fan. I like his movies, I like his writing style, but I'm not a fan of his. So if this movie is trash, I'm going to tell everybody it's trash. You guys got a good feeling about this movie?
Ooh, I'll say yes. Yeah.
Okay.
I want this movie to be good.
Yeah.
I want it to be good.
Agreed.
Because here, like I said before, I don't think I said it here. I forget why I said it. We need Marvel and DC need each other, because if one is not doing good, you got one doing, like Marvel has been on the top for so long because DC wasn't doing anything, and now Marvel doing whatever they want, and it's crap because when you have a monopoly, you got nobody to challenge you. They need a challenge. Like, look, this is what you got to do to get people back on it. And by the way, to be fair, I hate to even say it because it's such an overused thing. I am getting a little superhero fatigue at this point. I am personally, because it's like,
really,
we're getting crap. Like, nobody gives us a good superhero movie.
That's true.
Like, what? Like, really? And I don't want them. I don't want them touching anime. And I see it where they're leaning. They're leaning towards going into the video game genre, which I'm like, okay, I don't want that either because Hollywood sucks. But yeah, this movie needs to be good. That's all I gotta say. But it needs to be good.
It needs to be good.
It does. I mean, I've seen the trailers. I saw the extended trailer when I went to see the Minecraft movie, and it looks good. Again, the guy they got for Lex Luthor is dead on. That's like the only thing I'm really, really paying attention to. But overall, I love the Donner Superman films. Yeah. So that kind of gave me, granted it is member berries, but you know what? There's some of us out there who want a more hopeful Superman. So as a DC normie, okay, it looks okay. The trailer is enough to say, okay, I'm going to go to the movies and check this out. But to tag on to what Demange and I were saying, superhero movies need a win. They haven't had a win since Avengers Endgame. They have not, at least as far as I'm concerned. Nothing has hit as hard with.
Okay, hold on, Lorena. Movie. I might have to disagree, and you can disagree to disagree. You don't think Far From Home? I'm thinking, to me, the last two bangers at the end game was Far From Home and Deadpool and Wolverine. What's your thoughts?
I call them one-offs.
Okay.
Because even a blind squirrel finds a nut every now and then. That's kind of how I look with those. But like consistent bangers, we need something like that.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. And D, you said it best. DC was slumping, and then these last two phases for Marvel, it's been straight. You know what I'm saying? So I get it.
You got to give that engine a little kick. Trash.
Bro, I feel like you got that off a cartoon or something I used to watch back in the day.
I did.
You know what? This is off topic, but D, I thought about that when I saw the season 2 of Alchemy of Souls. That was straight trash. You in my mind. I'm like, dang, the first season was banging. I don't know what this crap is.
What's the show called? What's it called?
Alchemy of Souls. It's a K-drama, but it's a fantasy. It's the first season is awesome.
This is an anime?
No.
Okay.
It's a live action. It's a K-drama, a Korean drama.
Okay.
But
Gotcha.
yeah, it's all fantasy, mage battles.
Dang, you might have to give me the link in the private chat because
you know what's funny, Lorena? It's funny you mentioned that because you saying what you just said just now just reminded me about an anime you told me about. Have you heard anything about Lucasm Part 2? I
didn't know they made a Part 2.
I heard it's supposed to be coming one, but that's a little side note. I'll get back.
They better not F that up.
It has such a great premise. Such a great premise.
Ladies and gentlemen, speaking of trash, where did all the Marvel fans go? Daredevil ratings embarrass Disney. And chill, when I get done with this, I want to give it to you. Pause. Wow. The viewership ratings for Daredevil Born Again on Disney Plus are actually much worse than thought. Embarrassingly low, as the series once again fails to make the Nielsen charts. The 2 episodes released that tie into Ms. Marvel and feature Muse have failed to make the ratings chart. It's clear Marvel fans have bailed on Disney Plus. Madam Web on Netflix even beat Deadpool and Wolverine. Now that's crazy work. Now chill, let me give it to you real quick. Pause.
The last part.
Did you watch Daredevil Born Again?
No.
Smart man.
No, but I also don't have Disney Plus, which is what that last part alluded to. More people watched Madam Web on Netflix. That single male, that adult male, that 18 to 34 demographic male doesn't have Disney Plus. If you're getting men watching this, it's because their families have Disney Plus. While the kids are watching Bluey, they're getting to see Daredevil.
That's the only reason I have Disney Plus is because of my family. If it wasn't for them, there's no way I have Disney
It's
Plus.
been dropped by that male audience. And so superheroes is what, that's male, no matter what they want to say or act like. And however hard they want to try to push Kamala Khan, Ms. Marvel, She-Hulk, all the female heroes that they do. Even on the Star Wars side, all the female heroes that they seem to be, for a brand that is supposed to be male-centered or more majority, they lean towards females. All right, fine. Well, what has happened in the long term is that your subscribers have just said, I don't need Disney Plus. It's not that important. I'll just binge the show next year when I have Disney Plus. I'm not saying no to Disney Plus. I'll pause my subscription. I'll get it back some other time. That's what's happening.
Yeah, that's kind of it. Because the only reason I have Disney Plus is because it's $1.99 and tacked onto my Hulu subscription, which I've had forever.
Yeah.
But Chill is right.
He always
With
is.
Disney, I'll say you're right most time. Much love. You know I am. But what they've done is, they have abandoned the male audience. Why they're feminizing their male characters and masculinizing their female characters, because there's been plenty of female characters in Marvel. The original Daredevil was a banger on Netflix, but what they're doing is they are making the female characters, in a bad attempt at that, to make them as men, and it's not attractive to anybody. I mean, if I want to see, until I really don't, it's like I want to see male characters look like male characters. I want to see the male Marvel characters acting like the male Marvel characters I used to read in comic books. Ms. Marvel, that's I call that a one-off. In a way, I do. One of the things that I liked about it is that it had a strong nuclear family. You will hardly never see that. I haven't seen that since like Disney in the 90s or something like that. But that's like for young adults. So I kind of put that one off to the side. But yeah, it is an absolute garbage mess. And I've been looking at the Nielsen ratings, the top 10.
Yeah.
Daredevil didn't crack that at all. Y'all probably haven't heard about that. It never cracked the top 10. Nobody.
Lorena, did you ever see Daredevil Born Again? Did you watch it?
Unfortunately, yes. I binged, first of all, in preparation, I binged all of the original Daredevil series, which was off the chain.
Off the chain.
And I watched the first episode, and what do y'all do 10 minutes in? You wind up murky and foggy. What?
Kill Foggy.
Unfortunately, I watched it all because I wanted to be really salty. I watched it all.
Did you realize the main villain, Muse, was the weakest motherfreaker known to man?
Yes.
He didn't land a single punch. What type of villain that you could beat him down in one episode and that's it?
And what's up with Kingpin's wife? What's up with Vanessa having she's a mob boss now? What the hell?
Yeah, what's up with her being
I thought she was supposed to be disappeared in somewhere.
Yeah, and Kingpin, he acting like a little punk in this.
I know.
From what I understand, Vanessa's supposed to be a civilian who knows what her husband does, not somebody who gets into what her husband does. And speaking of anything regarding Disney Plus in general, I won't even put my straw hat on for it. How about that? It doesn't even deserve the straw hat. How about that?
I'm telling you guys, everybody out there, it's not worth it. It's not worth watching. You just wasting your life. You wasting your life. And I mean, dang, man. Netflix gave us 3 bangers of a season.
Mm-hmm.
And then y'all dropped the ball yet again? Dang, man.
Because they got crap writers.
It's been said many times, and it has. Listen, Lorena, we gotta redirect to that video we had with myself and you and somebody else. I forget who it was.
I think her was in that one. Yeah.
Yes. Well, we discussed as a whole, geekdom in general, and I always say this, and it's me being generous. It's always been 70-30 men. Geekdom. That's just how it was. Yes, the ladies were there, and they were there for what was there. You trying to make it 50-50, 60-40. No. The genre, the type of stuff is always going to lean towards men. Stop trying to make boy brands into girl brands because it does not work. Listen, we've seen the template. When they put out Barbie, love it or hate it, Barbie was put out for girls. Exactly. And Barbie made bank.
I understood that.
I'll give you the exact opposite. Minecraft was put out. Listen, who plays that game most? Yes, again, that falls into the more 70-30 thing, but they put out what that game was about. They made the memes, and guess what? It made bank. Stop trying to reinvent the wheel. Stop trying to reinvent the wheel.
D, hold that thought. Barbie was such a banker. Look what it did to Abu.
Anyway, now that we're at the I am contemplating mysteries of the.
What kind of girl
That was my fault.
That was your fault. You did.
You gotta wear the blonde wig, and I even pulled that up.
Listen, I did wear the pink shirt though. So
did you film it though?
Yes, I did. Go ahead and say Fader J don't watch my channel. That's it.
I'm in your chat every day. What you talking about, man? All right.
I got a hyperspace run with me coming out of the theater on the bike. Okay. I got the
I remember that, but you tried to cover it up though. You had it covered up.
I took it off.
Thunderbolts is dropping tomorrow. Is anybody going to see Thunderbolts?
I want to give it a shot.
I want to give it a shot.
Yeah. I'm gonna give it
There's two characters. Actually, I'll say 3. It goes Bucky. I do like White Widow, and I do like Red Guardian. I like the characters.
I think Red Guardian is gonna be a trip.
He's a funny dude.
I like Red Guardian. He's hilarious.
Yeah, David Harbour. He's a funny actor, man. Thunderbolts box office bomb incoming. tracking as bad as Eternals. Now, this is from Cosmic Book News.
Cosmic Book doesn't like Marvel or DC. Damn.
I don't think he do. But let's see what he got to say. Now, I know what crowd he with when he say this. Watch this. Kevin Feige MCU could be in for another blow as the Thunderbolts box office is still tracking horribly. Now said to be on par with Marvel's bomb of Eternals. That's bad. It's also said again that Thunderbolts box office is tracking lower than Captain America Brave New World, Feige's latest bomb, which follows the massive bomb of the Marvels. Thunderbolts look to be a sequel to Black Widow, another Feige bomb. Dang. Which focuses on Florence. How you say her last name?
Who?
Pugh.
Florence Pugh.
Yeah.
And Jalea Lois Dreyfus. Shout out to Seinfeld. Who wanted that? Who wanted that? Feige hasn't learned this lesson, as the majority of the marketing has been about Florence, Yelena, where the girls didn't show up for the Marvels, just the opposite, as only the fanboys showed up. So following the Marvels performance as the worst MCU movie of all time, Feige doubles down. Make it make sense. The DEI money must still be flowing. What is the latest Thunderbolts tracking? Via the trades, the latest Thunderbolt tracking numbers offer only a 7 million to 75 million domestic box office opening at 4,300 theaters, which, if it holds, will be the second lowest opening for an MCU film behind the Marvels, which did 46.1 million. That's pretty much the same number from a couple of weeks ago, which means marketing has failed to move the needle. Additional estimates from different outlets offer a potential 85 million opening. What you guys think about this?
I hope it does fail. Just make them change the way that they've been working, and they don't go, you see, we are right. We can make it. Like, I know the good word of mouth of this film, should it be good, will result in more money, but still, I hope it does kind of fail.
The only reason why I think this movie won't do good, and I'm only talking about sales. I'm not talking about the actual film, because I got a good feeling this might be better than Fantastic Four. I just got that feeling. But I think the only reason why this movie won't do good, box office wise, is because who the freak know these characters?
Yeah.
Yeah, normies are going to be like, I don't know who these people are. I mean, I kind of recognize Bucky, but I don't know who these other people are. Why should I spend my money?
It'll be on Disney Plus in 90 days.
Pretty much.
This movie should be focusing on Bucky. Bucky should be the focal point of this movie, because Bucky, literally, his character came out in the best, undisputed, the best MCU film, which is The Winter Soldier. Okay, he should be the focus of this movie. He should be. Put it like this here. Even though he didn't have the shield, he should be the cap of this movie. That's what he should be. Should be the leader.
He should most definitely be the leader. And freaking, let's even say this. This might cause some controversy. He need to be capped too.
Well, he should have been capped.
He should have been capped.
He should have been capped.
Only Steve Rogers can ever be capped to me.
Listen,
well, we know he's coming back.
True.
If you're gonna do, it was in the comics. Bucky had the shield before Sam. Okay, if you're gonna do that, Bucky had. If you're gonna say it was in the comics, you got to give Bucky the shield before it goes to Sam.
And also, comic books do things like Thunderbolts, but they also publish 50 a month. You get 2-3 Marvel movies a year. You don't really have enough. You don't have to exercise this when you reach into the bag, deep into the bag, and go, let's do a Thunderbolts movie. We could be having X-Men. We could be having other franchises, not Thunderbolts.
Yeah. Yeah, most definitely. Let's check this out right here. This right here, Avengers Doomsday. What do you guys think about this right here? Avengers Doomsday will reportedly return.
Can I make one last comment about Thunderbolts though?
Yeah, speak on it.
Okay. Sinners is still in the movie theaters, and there's going to be a lot of adults who have been hearing that word of mouth, and Sinners will challenge. It'll take a few $1 million coming out of Thunderbolts' box office.
You know what? That's a good thought. I think it will.
And I'm mad that Thunderbolts has IMAX screenings instead of Sinners. It's going to rob Sinners what Sinners deserves. But I do think that movie theaters are going to say, all right, fine. That was Friday to Sunday, right? Thunderbolts got the IMAX screens. But on Tuesday, let's put Sinners back on our IMAX screens.
Hey, I'm telling you, a lot of people think that Thunderbolts is going to take from Sinners, but I think Sinners is going to take from Thunderbolts.
And if you're a child, you still want to see Minecraft because of the TikTok craze. You'd rather see that than Thunderbolts.
Yeah.
That's still tracking. I mean, I actually sat in the Minecraft movie because I had to see it. I did. Jason Momoa was in it, so I had to go. I had to go and see it. But the way that those kids, little boys and big boys, were flipping out about that movie, and you couldn't even find a seat in the darn theater. It's going to continue to have legs. They're even having special screenings where you can throw as much popcorn and crap as you want to.
What? So they got like plastic on the floor?
I don't know if it's plastic on the floor. I don't know if the prices are jacked up, but that's what they're doing. Where it's like, okay, you want to do this? It's going to cost you.
They put a popcorn machine inside the auditorium.
I don't know, baby.
All right, guys, this is the part of the show. This is called the Fatal J Shield moment. Ooh. And I'm going to be a shield, and I'm going to read my review for this show. Now I got music playing in the background because I got to get in my shield mood. Okay?
Okay.
Let's go. Thunderbolts is easily my favorite post-Endgame MCU movie. It's not perfect. Pacing is off. Too much crammed in. But it gets right what matters most. The characters and their relationships. Adding creativity. Well-shot fight scenes with real stakes. And you have a winner.
Okay.
What you think?
I don't love or hate this movie, honestly. I mean, I'm hoping it's going to be a fun train wreck. That's what I'm looking for.
I think it's going to be a turn your brain off.
Yes.
Shot. It's going to be a one-shot pony. You know?
I hate when they had to compare this to Eternals, because when you want to talk about trash.
Oh, Lord, yeah.
When you want to talk about trash,
and
the Eternals is God tier. Trash. It is so bad. I'm like, listen, I straw hatted that movie and I wanted my money back. How about that? You understand what I'm trying to tell you?
That's cool.
I straw hatted that and I wanted my money back.
Bro.
Okay? That movie is, listen, I will tell you this, and you know it's bad when I'm going to tell you this. Captain Marvel was better than the Eternals.
Bro, that's facts.
I agree.
That's facts.
I watched Eternals for 10 minutes on Disney Plus and turned it off because
that movie was it was an embarrassment. Like,
bro,
how did we get that? How do we get that out of there?
So how do we go from unknown characters, there are about 10 of them, and we haven't seen them in 3 years? How do you put a movie like that out for Eternals? You taught your audience that you don't have to watch everything. There's no fear of missing out. You can wait. And how are you going to sell Thunderbolts 3 years later? With we haven't seen Makari or Icarus. We haven't seen Kumail Nanjiani's character. We haven't seen any of these guys. So, but don't worry. Go watch Thunderbolts. They'll matter. They're important to Marvel. They're not.
You know what? You make a good point, Chill, because
I always
think about it. The last time we saw Ghost was what? Ant-Man 2?
Yep.
Yeah, 2018.
Mm-hmm.
The last time we saw U.S. Agent, that was the second Disney Plus Marvel show.
2021.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Dang, they really messing up.
Listen, look, and like I said, the only one that has any actual stage clout is Bucky. That's really it. And even with him, he was in Falcon and the Winter Soldier, which that show was trash too. So everything that's been coming out from Disney has been trash, and they just, again, I want this movie to be good. I want it to be good. The 3 movies I want to see. Listen, I want it to be good. Nobody wants to go to spend their money and waste it. Okay, nobody wants to do that. So and by the way, I haven't been to the theater. This is the first time, and a big shout to y'all for pushing me to go see it. I haven't been to the movie theaters since I just went to see Sinners. That's the first time I've been to the movie theaters all year. I think did I see was Sonic this year? No, that was last year.
Yeah,
that was this year.
Last year. It was December.
It was December. Okay,
it was December. That's right.
Sonic was the last thing I went to see. I'm almost sure. I can't remember the last thing I seen. That just shows you how many times I've been to the movie theaters.
Bro, you know the last thing I saw? You just started laughing hard.
What you saw?
Deadpool and Wolverine.
You know what? What's that?
That's the last one I saw in the theaters, bro.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
That was worth it too. Dang.
Yeah, that was good. That was good.
Yeah.
But anyway, my point being is nobody wants to go and say, look, I work hard for my money, okay? I don't want to go waste it for 2 to 3 hours, plus never mind your concession stand stuff, right? So you blow it, you're blowing at least $20 to $30. I remember when movie theaters was free, cheap. Holy crap. That was a cheap date. Y'all remember that? Movie theaters was a cheap date. You were like, and it was even better for me when I worked in the movie theaters. I got free theaters.
But D, hold that thought real quick. Miss Mimi, I don't know if you're really a woman or not. If you asking where our boo is at, if he knew a woman was asking for him on the stream, he probably gonna pop up right now. I'm just gonna be honest with you. But shout out to you.
That's the magic words. Look, when you want Abu to appear, you go into the mirror and say, "Where Abu at?"
Like
you gotta be a female though. You gotta be a female. Go into the mirror and spin around 3 times and ask for Abu at. He'll come. He'll be there.
He's gonna pop up like a genie, bro. It's gonna be smoke. And then you're gonna see Abu. But speaking of Abu, Miss Mimi, he'll be back next week for the Fatal J birthday live. He putting together some songs, and there must be some real dope ones because it's taking 2 weeks for him to put together. So that's where Abu is at. He said he in the lab making some dope music. It's gonna be a banger.
What day you streaming at? You streaming on Wednesday?
Yeah, Wednesday. It's my birthday on Wednesday.
Falls on Wednesday. Oh, so we having a double feature Dark Council.
We having a double feature. It's gonna be some dope guests on there. It's gonna be a extravaganza. You know, it's gonna be pretty dope.
Let me make sure.
Fatal J, you better than me. The Miss and I have been watching everything at home. Last theater thing we watched was Endgame. Dang!
Wow!
Wow! Bro, you ain't playing no games in these streets.
That's gangster.
Dang. Last topic of the night. Last topic of the night, and I don't know what the last topic is. Oh, this is what we were gonna do. I want to know if you guys seen this right here. It looked pretty cool. I know y'all guys probably already seen it before, but we need to see this together. Let's check it out right here. And I want y'all to see if y'all noticed something in the beginning of this right here. I thought it was very interesting. Let's check it out right here.
Feels like a setup to one of his jokes.
No jokes tonight.
We need to see it together.
Because the show is almost over.
Okay.
All right, let's check it out right here. Predator Badlands.
I didn't think you survived.
Hold on, let me take it back. Because I want y'all to notice what's in this room.
Mantles.
Y'all see that?
Yeah, like the skull of everything you hunted.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but do you notice what's in the middle? You notice what that is in the middle?
No. What
is it? The alien skull? The xenomorph?
That's an alien skull from a certain movie franchise that starred Will Smith.
Oh, Independence Day.
That's the Independence Day alien skull. Disney just bought Independence Day.
Oh.
So there's been some theories out here on these.
That's a good catch, Fatal. That's a good catch.
Yeah, I wasn't talking about that.
On these, Jason, you got it in the chat too. So on these internet streets, is Will Smith gonna show up in an Alien versus Predator type movie? Who knows? Let's continue.
I didn't think you survived.
Fair use.
You're hunting something that can't be killed.
That looks scary.
Man, that looked pretty good.
Yeah.
So they're trying to make the Predator be the protagonist in this thing.
Yeah. What you think about that, D?
It's a good concept. I mean, I like the first Predator.
Yeah.
So I mean, I really didn't get into the other ones. Like I said, movies like that really is not my cup of tea. I mean, I'll watch them, whatever, but it's not like I gotta go see those movies. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I think I'm gonna try that one out, though.
I'm probably gonna see it. I mean, I liked Prey. That's actually my second favorite.
I need to see Prey because everybody said Prey is good.
It was good. It should have been marketed and it should have been put in the theaters, but Prey was really good. I was surprised. So it's from the same person who directed Prey. So hopefully this will be good because Predator is one of my favorite franchises.
Let me ask you something, Lorena, since you said that. Now, everybody say Predator 1, Predator 2 is the GOATs. Did you like the Alien versus Predator movies?
No.
Okay. Most Predator fans say that.
I watched it for like 10 minutes and said, nah, I'm done with the.
You gotta love those crossovers like Jason, Freddy versus Jason.
I didn't like the crossovers.
What was that Predator one was it just called Predators when they was on that planet? Remember they was on the planet. They was on a Predator planet. And I hear a lot of Predator fans say that was a good one. Hold on, let me pull it up.
Was that the third one? Was that the one after the Danny Glover one?
No. I'm supposed to pull it up. Remember, they had put all the killers on that planet. I'm supposed to show you.
I may have missed that one.
Because I always hear. Go ahead, Chill.
Yeah, while you're looking for it, since they put Prey on streaming first, and then they're basically giving you the sequel. Basically, it's the spiritual successor. This is what I'm talking about. Like Moana did the same thing, where it was being seen on streaming, and then they did the movie, and everyone liked it. Moana 2. So I think the groundwork is done. I think Predator. What's this movie called? Badland. It'll be good.
Yeah, I didn't see Predators for some reason.
I did. Yeah. And look, it had a cold cast. Michelle Ali, Lawrence Fishburne.
Yeah, I'm looking. I don't know why I missed out on this. I'll have to watch it. Yeah. I'll have to watch it and let you know.
I think you'll like it, Lorena. If you're a Predator fan,
you know what's crazy when you look at a movie and they say 2010, and that was 15 years ago. That's crazy.
I know that's crazy work. Hey, D, you remember when it was a big deal when it was Y2K 2000 and
I remember that. It wasn't the world way. They said the computers were going to stop. That's what they said.
Oh yeah, that's right.
The computers were going to stop. They said the 00 will be 1900. That's what they kept saying instead of
nothing happened.
Yeah, nothing happened.
And they
say everything else.
They said that we was going to go back to the Stone Age. And wasn't it 2015 we were supposed to die too? 2015?
No, that was 2012.
Was that the Aztec calendar one?
Yeah, the 2012 was 2012 was the one.
Yeah, and you had them dumb freakers buying all that water up and put them in the underground bunkers and stuff. But we just end the show. I just want you guys to see this last trailer. I thought this was real interesting, and I think The Rock is trying to get that Oscar. He tired of playing games. He tired of being a trash actor, and I think he want to take things seriously this time. Come on, y'all. Let's just admit it. The Rock is trash.
Yeah, The Rock plays The Rock in every Rock movie.
Yeah.
That's what he
nothing
plays.
changes. It's just The Rock.
He plays The Rock in every Rock movie.
Legendary wrestler, but The Rock is trash.
He's even hurting his reputation in the wrestling world after what happened at Mania. He didn't even show up.
Yeah, I heard about that. I heard the little controversy on that. Because he's like a board member now, and Triple H is the CEO, but he's a board member on a company that owns the wrestling. So I'm like, whatever.
Star Killer dropping a banker saying, y'all want to feel older? By 2011, Rugrats was 20 years old. Now they almost 40.
Oh,
the Rugrats baby, you talking about the babies will be 40?
Yeah.
That's
wow.
That's crazy. Dang.
My goddaughter loved Rugrats. When soon as she learned how to talk, I want to see Rugrats. I want to watch Rugrats. That and Shrek. She loved Shrek and Rugrats. That was her thing.
Rugrats was fire. My wife
is
Rugrats. What was that dude name that the mom always read? Dr. Lipschitz. Dr. Lipschitz. What is his name? Dr. Lipschitz. All right, let's check this out, and then we're going to end the show. Thank y'all for coming out and smashing that like button.
Probably looking at my eyes.
How did that happen?
Well, have you ever heard of the Ultimate Fighting Championship, the UFC?
That's the bloody thing they're trying to ban.
This guy is the best he has ever seen.
Do you hate each other when you fight?
Absolutely not.
Well, at least you put hair on this time.
Oh, we go way back. But he's a buddy of mine.
Come on, baby. Too much?
Never.
Too much?
No.
Please welcome in his Octagon debut, Mark Gunn.
This how I know this is going to be a banger. Anybody know who this woman is? That's Smoke to Emily Blunt.
Yeah, it is.
Don't even look like her, do it.
No.
Emily Blunt, who was supposed to be Sue Storm in this upcoming Fantastic.
She should have been Sue Storm, 100%. It would have been crazy if they would have got them two to be Mr. Fantastic and Sue Storm. That would have been crazy.
I tell everybody, if they would have got John Krasinski and got Emily Blunt, I would have said it'll hit $1 billion. It would have hit $1 billion. But let's continue.
Never.
Too much?
No.
Please welcome in his Octagon debut, Mark Gunn.
Winning is the best feeling there is. It's 40,000 people, and they're cheering you on. There's no other high like it in the world. No contract, no money?
No money.
Do you have any stronger pain medication?
Advil?
Advil?
Yeah.
Yeah, you.
Don, would you like
I don't even look like The Rock.
Candy.
No.
Let's all get in. Everybody get in. Yeah, Don, can you take this picture for us?
Yeah.
What are you thinking at the beginning of the fight?
It's simple. Am I going to hurt him before he hurts me?
Yes, there were times, I'm sure
This Grand Prix to crown the greatest fighter in the world. He has come back from the brink. Let's see if he can pull out a victory over Mark Coleman.
Have you spoken to either about fighting such a good friend for a life-changing amount of money?
I faced it all.
I just need you to let me in.
I took the bull. Always about you. Only about fighting you.
Let's fucking go. Big strong man, I love you.
They make sure to show a lot of Emily Blunt.
because she's a cold actress. Now, check this out. I want to ask somebody. What vibes do this give you?
I get like I don't. What is this based on? Is it based off a true story or something made up?
Mark Kerr is a real guy.
Oh, okay, yeah. So that's what it felt. Then it did its job then, because it felt like a not a documentary type still, type of deal, like not a buyout. Something like
that. Okay, I'm gonna answer the question. Have anybody seen Rocky 1?
Oh, it feels like Rocky 1. Yeah,
I feel like Rocky 1. I think that's gonna be a banger. Have y'all noticed them A24 joints? They dropping heat.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know who behind A24, but
they making money. I think was it Talk to Me?
Yeah,
I think that was that was ooh.
And Lorena, this the thing about it, they like tripling their profits because these films are like low budget.
Yeah, low budget. They don't use really brand name talent in it, so they save money that way. And they purposely A24 and Blumhouse, they purposely do that. So as soon as that film drops, it makes money.
Yeah,
crazy amounts of money.
Yeah. I think the Rock trying to get his Oscar. I think he gonna get it. This you can tell by this trailer, it's gonna be a banker. That's just me though. It's just me. Because the Rock is trash. So I hope he get it on this.
Yo, that was funny. Yo, he like, he's trying to get his Oscar. Yeah, but the Rock is trash. Yo, that backhand comment was great.
Bro, the Rock is trash, man. What movie you walked away from and said, "Dang, that was a cold Rock performance"?
Gridiron Gang.
Which one?
Which one?
Gridiron Gang in 2006.
That's all right.
I heard Ballers was good, but I never watched that.
Ballers was good, but it's like you said, D. It was the Rock playing the Rock.
No,
I've never seen him like stretch to play another character. Somebody said, "Who's better actor, Dave Bautista or The Rock?"
Batista. Yeah. Batista by a mile is better than The Rock.
Mm-hmm.
I think we still try to hang on to him being a great wrestler, being dynamic, changing the game of wrestling. But no.
It's time for him to go.
He like, nah.
It's time for him to go. Just produce.
Yo, Fader was vicious tonight. He like, nah.
I'm just saying, like, when people was talking about The Rock is Black Adam, he about to change the game of DC. No, he's not. No, he's not. But we about to end this show. Chillmonger, where can people find you?
That's it right there. You can be one of my 6,000 subscribers. Check me out. And I'm watching Iyanu, which is a comic book based in Africa, and no race swapping and no special, but I'm reacting to it. And I don't care if no one's watching my videos. Everyone can go to my channel to enjoy Iyanu.
They're gonna blow up though. Don't worry, they're gonna blow up. For the people who don't know, what is Iyanu and why we should watch it?
It's produced from Unique Studios. It's based in a fantasy Nigerian land. No elements of slavery or anything traumatic, and it's sort of like Avatar with she is the chosen one and she's gonna save her people.
Okay, dope. I'm gonna give it a check out because you've been pushing this really hard. Pause. And I haven't seen a single episode yet, but I am going to see it.
It's on Cartoon Network, and you can stream it on Max.
Okay, so
on Max?
Yeah, the very next day they put it on Max.
Oh, I have to check it out because I'd really like my nieces and nephews to see if it's any good.
Yeah, it's a good time because they're 6 episodes deep now.
Okay, I'm gonna definitely check it out. I'm gonna binge them joints. If you like Dog Council, you definitely gonna like Chillmonger. I got his URL in the stream, so please make sure to subscribe to his channel. Thank y'all so much. Dark Plato, thank you for the $2. Let me blow you up real quick. Thank you so much. Here you go. Change everything. Fatal J Birds for life. You know what to do. Thank you so much, Dark Plato. Everybody in the chat want me to call my memberships the J Birds. So I gotta listen to the fans. Not fans.
It's a good name. It works well. I like the J Birds.
Yeah, we're gonna do that. I'm gonna come up with some art.
You gotta get a logo with a bird on it, kind of like Robin.
Yeah. I'm gonna do something along those lines.
Like a Nightwing, something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like
it's gonna be something dope. It's gonna be something dope. Lorena, what you got for the people?
Let's see what day is it? It's Wednesday. I actually won't be streaming until Friday. I will be streaming an Atome game, Love in Deep Space. That's going to be on Friday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern. Saturday at noon, of course, the Resort Recon live podcast. Myself and a couple other folks are going to be breaking down our visits to Epic Universe. Disney is in deep crap because Epic, dude, when I went up the warp pipe, yes, Super Nintendo World, and you hear all those sounds when you go off the warp pipe, you wind up in Princess Peach's castle, and then as soon as you walk out, dude, I almost started crying. You just see the Mushroom Kingdom.
Yeah, because you and Drunk was saying that place is amazing. Y'all really know how to sell this stuff, man. Y'all two of the greatest critics known to man. So I keep saying, Lorena, you're going to get that $1 million deal where you're going to be doing this basically for free and getting paid to do it, you know? I feel like it's coming.
I'd love to, man. It's all that. It is all that. So yes, so that's Saturday at 12 noon, and then Saturday at 8 p.m. I'm having a watch party for that Super Mario Brothers movie that came out in 2023. So we're having a watch party for that. And Sunday, I'll be at Galaxy's Edge from May the 4th.
Okay.
Yeah.
D, what you got for us?
So I went to 4 stores trying to find Expedition 33, and I couldn't find it. So I had to order it online. It should be here tomorrow. So what I've been doing now is alternate weeks, which tomorrow you're going to get. I usually do the opposite of the Dark Council, but being that you're going to have a special, I'm still going to do another one next week. I do the bonus Spellbroken Gaming, where right now I'm playing Stellar Blade, and then on Saturdays I'll go back to playing Final Fantasy 14. But I'm trying to run through Stellar Blade now so I can get to Expedition 33, which if that comes tomorrow, we're probably going to crack that out open either next week or maybe the week after that. I'm still trying on how I want to do that because Stellar Blade does have New Game Plus that I might tap into also.
I can't get Stellar Blade till June. Dang it.
Oh, you get it for PC?
For PC, yeah.
Oh, well, you're going to get a lot of extra stuff, though, because PC is always far superior than the console. But, yeah, it's a good game. So I will tell you this, Lorena. Once you start playing it, the first board can be a little tricky because I would say do the Demogeny method, which is kind of go and farm and get some powers up before you fight that first boss, because he can be a little annoying because you don't have oil. Like, once you get your powers, like, it's like I ran through people. Granted, I'm playing it on normal first, but I start running through people. But like right now, I'm on the last boss, and she's kind of a douchebag. But yeah, that's what I'm doing right now. And obviously, you got your regular Spellbroken Live on Sunday, and Friday we will have our longer form video, which I'm actually working on a thumbnail now. I'm going to be talking about Sinners some more too. So that's what look forward to that on Friday.
Thank everybody for coming out. Make sure to smash that like button. Thank y'all for the super chat love. Next Wednesday, the Fatal J birthday celebration bash is going to go down. You're all invited. And thank y'all so very much. We got 66 people watching between Twitter and YouTube. Make sure to smash that like button. For the people that's in the replay crew, smash that like button as well. And guess what, ladies and gentlemen?
Ninja Vanish.
Ninja Vanish.